You know, he's like, no, dude, you have 11 hours. Mind you, it's 9:30. I'm like, what do you mean what? Like, this is not, he said, just wait. My name is Anthony Griffin, also known as Long Beach Griffey, and this is the time I did LSD and realized that Pocahontas is the greatest film ever made. So a long time ago, my friend was like, yo, bro, let's do acid. And I was like, nah, I'm not ready. Fast forward, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do it for New Year's Eve, right? Let's start the new year off high as shit. I take the acid. It's a house full of probably like 10 of us. We chilling, we having a good time, you know what I mean? It hasn't hit yet, but when you do acid, you just wait for it to hit. You know, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to act like I'm cool, my whole body's shaking, and I'm just trying to have casual conversation with people. I'm like, yeah, man, so what's going on, dude? Like, how are you guys? Like, I'm not worried about the acid that's about to hit my string right now. I'm so terrified. I'm with my girlfriend at the time, and I'm having a conversation with her, and all of a sudden, my body started to get hot. And then I just, out of nowhere, I start crying, laughing. Then my friend comes over and he says, just wait. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, just wait? Like, is this not the end? You know, he's like, no, dude, you have 11 hours. Mind you, it's 9:30. I'm like, what do you mean what? Like, this is not, he said, just wait. I'm laughing, I'm having a good time. I feel amazing, by the way. This feels incredible. Like, I've never felt so amazing in my life. And I'm laughing, and my girlfriend, she's looking at me and she's telling me about her day. I am looking at her and her face is just wavy. And it looks like her face is just moving off of her face, and her face is creating a new face. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm looking into her soul and I'm like, oh my fucking God. Now, this is the most beautiful woman that I've ever been with, mind you. But on acid, she's the most beautiful woman that I've ever seen in my life. I'm looking around, I'm like, oh my God. Everything looks incredible. I start looking at my hands. My tattoos are kind of like doing the Dougie. It feels like I can see the blood rushing through my veins. I keep looking at my hands. I'm like, oh my God. This is literally the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. And like a trip, you get to the bad trip. I go upstairs, I talk to my woman. She's opening up about the most personal things in life. And she feels like she can talk to me about these things because of the state of mind that I was in. She tells me these things and it brings me to a place of uncertainty. Kind of some of the saddest things that I've ever heard someone tell me. And I asked her for a hug. I give her a big hug, and then my mind she left for about 5 seconds. And in those 5 seconds, it felt like 15 minutes where a different state of mind came to me, hitting me with the most deepest things that I just couldn't get away from. I've never been in such a place of sadness before. My mind was dealing with these things that I was kind of like repressing, and I couldn't get away from it. I start panicking. I walk outside to my friend who's also on drugs and I say, Alex, what do I do if I start freaking out? He's like, yo, I don't know, man, but look at that plant. I look at the plant's like moving and shit. I'm like, that's trippy. I go back in the house. After all of my freaking out for 5 minutes, I stop and I say, it's the drugs. I told my girlfriend, I said, come here, please tell me that everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay. And it sure was. We went in the living room, the damn couch was breathing. It was raining that night. The water, as clear as day, dripping on the windows. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. We put on Pocahontas, I promise you. Do acid and put on Colors of the Wind. I promise you, you will really understand what the fuck Pocahontas was talking about, because when I was sober, I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I felt like I really knew. Like, that was actually, I knew what the fuck was happening. I was like, oh my fucking God. She really speaking to me right now. Like, I felt like I was in the fucking movie. It was fucking insane, Jesus Christ. It was so cool. It was a beautiful experience, you know what I mean? I had a friend tell me, they said there's no such thing as a bad trip. When you're having a bad trip and you start to panic, those are just your mind telling you need to deal with things that you haven't dealt with before. If you ever find yourself in that dark space, have a friend remind you that it's okay, you're in no danger, you're on drugs, watch Pocahontas, and paint with all the colors of the wind.
Tales from the